Good morning, everyone. I am Dr. Dipto Narayan Chattopadhyay, a contemporary Indian artist and designer. Over the past 4 decades, I have been fortunate to work across various art forms, exhibit my paintings around the world, collaborate with 27 European Union ambassadors, and even illustrate the translated edition of Ignited Minds by our former president, Dr. A.P.J. Abdul Kalam. Art for me has always been a language, a way of thinking, observing, and feeling. And like every language, it has its alphabet, the 7 elements of design. Today, I will speak about the 7 elements of design basically. And it will be for 5th semester student, Department of Fine Arts, for Sri Arvind Mahila College, Patna. Today we will explore these elements like line, shape, form, value, color, structure, and space, the essential building blocks of all visual expression. First, I am coming on line. Let's begin with the simplest and most powerful element, that is line. Line is a mark with more length than width. It defines shapes, guides our eyes, and can even suggest movement or emotion. Now I am coming types of lines. Horizontal. Horizontal means calm, restful, stable. Then vertical. Vertical, it can be strong, dignified, uplifting. Fair. Diagonal, dynamic, energetic, full of motion. Then I'm coming curved, graceful, rhythmic, organic. Then zigzag. Zigzag can show tension, excitement, even chaos. In a painting, lines are like the skeleton of composition. They create rhythm and direction. When you look at the work of Van Gogh or M.F. Hussein, notice how their use of line express energy and emotion beyond words. So you have to observe all these artists' work. Then I'm coming shape. A shape is a flat, enclosed area formed by lines, colors, or structures. There are two basic types: geometric shapes, squared like squares, circles, triangles, precise and human-made; organic shapes like leaves, clouds, flowing forms, natural and irregular. Shapes are fundamental for organizing space. Even abstract art relates heavily on the relationship between shapes, how they overlap, contrast, or balance each other. Think of the works of Piet Mondrian. Piet Mondrian, where geometry itself becomes a language of harmony. Vasily Vasilievich Kandinsky is also one of the example. Now I'm coming form. While shape is 2D, form is 3D. It has depth, width and height. Examples include sphere, cube, cone and cylinder. In painting, we suggest form through shading, light and perspective. In sculpture or architecture, form is actual, it occupies physical space. Adding form to your composition gives it solidity, realism and volume. Think of how a single ray of light transforms a flat apple into something alive and tangible. Now I am coming value. Value refers to the lightness or darkness of a color or tone. It is what allows us to see contrast, depth and mood in an image. Artists use shading, highlights and gradation to model form and create atmosphere. High contrast like drama, tension, strong emotion. Low contrast, calmness, subtlety, gentleness. In black and white drawings, value becomes the main storyteller, the tool that defines not just shape but feeling. So you need to understand before you do a composition all these things. Value is a very important thing. Now I am coming to color. Color, perhaps the most emotionally charged element, that is color. Color is the visual perception of light reflected from a surface. Three components: hue, the color name, like red, blue, yellow. Value is the lightness or darkness. Intensity, that is saturation, its brightness or dullness. Color scheme help create harmony. Complementary color, opposite colors like red, green, blue, orange, high contrast. Analogues is neighboring hues, harmony and calm. Monochromatic, variation of one hue, unity and simplicity. Triadic, three equidistant colors, balance and energy. Color is emotional. Warm colors like reds, orange, yellow evoke energy and passion. Cool colors, blues, green, violets, convey calm and serenity. Great artists use color not just to depict but to communicate, to make the viewer feel. Vasily Vasilievich Kandinsky is the greatest example for this. Then I am coming texture. Texture is about surface, quality, how something feels or looks like it might feel. Two kinds. Actual texture, you can touch it, as in sculpture, collage, or impasto painting. Implied texture, you only see it, created through brushstroke, pattern, or shading. Textures make art sensory and alive. They invite the viewer not just to look, but to imagine touch, to feel the warmth of cloth, the roughness of stone, or the gloss of metal. Then I am coming shape. Shape is the area around, between, and within object. Two aspects. Number one, positive space, the main subject or object, and second one is negative space, the background or empty area around it. You can call it breathing space also. Through techniques like overlapping, placement, and perspective, artists create the illusion of depth. 1 point and 2 point perspective help the creating believable spatial relationship. Notice how Renaissance artists use perspective to lead the eye deep into their painting, creating windows into another world. So, today, what we discussed, I will give some homework also to you people. Let's recap. Element, function, line, defines edges, directs the eye, shape, creates flat design areas, forms, adds 3D illusion and realism, then value, contours light, contrast and mood, color expresses emotion and harmony, textures suggest surface fill and richness, space creates depth and balance, and together these 7 elements are the foundation of every artwork, from classical painting to digital design. Master them and you hold the grammar of visual language itself. So, from today's session, you got a brief idea what we will go through. But one thing you have to remember, that is, as young artists, remember technique is important, but seeing, observation is more important. Observe how these elements appear in life around you, in nature, architecture, textile, even cinema. Each observation enriches your understanding of composition. So, before we conclude, I would like to give you some exercise. So, what you will do, you can take A3 sheets and make something what you didn't see in your life, जो आप लोगों ने अभी तक नहीं देखा आपका जिंदगी में, ऐसा कुछ फॉर्म, ऐसा कुछ मोटिव ड्राइंग कीजिए और पूरा A3 शीट को एक कंपोजिशन बनाइए और ऐसे 4, 5, 6 जितना कंपोजिशन आप लोग बना पाए बनाइए और मुझे दिखाइए. सो इट विल बी योर next exercise. Thank you very much. Thank you, Chetna, serving humanity to provide me such a lovely platform. And students, take care. See you soon. Thank you.
Every masterpiece begins with the basics, the 7 elements of design, the language of all visual art.